Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another day in my life. So today's day in my life is full of a lot of the same things that are in my day in my life, except today is actually very exciting. I take that back because we finally got around to planting our fall garden. I'm gonna say we most definitely planted it too late, but it'll be a fun journey to watch. I'm of course also bringing you along for the food that I cooked and that I ate on this day, and just some other fun things that I did around the house. But before we hop right in, I wanted to let you guys know about a giveaway that I am doing over on my Patreon to say thank you to all of you that have subscribed and are supporting me now over there. And if you don't know what Patreon is, it is a place where I upload bonus exclusive content, typically like chatty videos. And as of now, you can support me for as little as $1 a month. And so the giveaway that I'm doing is for this Amazon Fire TV Cube. So I'm really excited to be giving this to one of you guys. So I will have the information linked to my info box, as well as today's giveaway for this video. By the way, if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's hop right in. We're gonna start off in one of my favorite rooms in my house. This is like our office, but Dan and I lovingly refer to this as our hobby room. So today you're joining me for a little bit of piano practice.
My sole devotion, my only focus, to worship you. My life surrendered, my heart abandoned for more of you. My sole devotion, my only focus, to worship you. My life surrendered, my heart abandoned for more of you.
We sang that song at church on a Sunday and it was just stuck in my head. Okay, so on this day, Dan harvested all of our sweet potatoes. He had already harvested a bunch. As you guys know, if you watch all my videos, because I've been making all of the sweet potato recipes, but on this day, he actually pulled up all of the sweet potatoes from the garden because we wanted to flip the garden to our fall planting. So he pulled all of the potatoes out of the garden. Side note, this is what I had for breakfast on this day: avocado toast with a hard-boiled egg and a pear banana collagen protein smoothie. Now here are all of the seeds that I was going to either be planting in the ground or the seedlings that I had already started a few weeks ago. And the seedlings were everything from broccoli, broccolini, cauliflower, to different herbs, including basil. I had wanted to experiment with planting a couple of herb plants outside to see how they would do in the cold weather, because I think some of these herbs are really suited for cold weather. Look at how crazy those roots are, by the way. Also, the other really exciting thing that we were doing on this day was planting garlic. Now, I've mentioned this before. If you've never planted garlic, supposedly it's easy, but it also takes 9 months to grow into a bulb. You'll see the way that we have heard from other people to do it though, and that's basically just by separating garlic cloves out, keeping a thin layer of skin on the outside, and then you put them in the bowl to take downstairs. Now, one of our failed crops from spring were onions. All of them were dead and gone except for these random 3 tiny onions that I still thought looked beautiful and I thought I would show you. But yeah, that did not work. 2 years of onions not working. So I'm going to be studying how to hopefully grow onions properly in our next spring garden. So now what you are seeing is obviously Dan deconstructing and taking down all of the old foliage and just plants, I don't know, dead stuff that needs to be moved out to move in our fall plants. So all of those vines, by the way, were from our sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes give off really long vines. So we decided to just have them go over that, I don't know, what is it called? Trellis arch thingy. He got that at Walmart for I think $30 or something like that. So all right, now for our garlic, Dan actually built this separate bed because since it is going to need to sit there for literally 9 months, we decided to build a separate area for it rather than take up space in our spring garden, because we'll be turning around and planting our spring garden again in like 6 months or something like that. So what you saw him do is make these little holes with about 2 inches space on each side, and he kind of staggered them. He then made the hole about 1.5 inches, I think, 2 inches deep, and then he took the individual garlic cloves and faced the bulbs root down. So pointy tip at the top, flat area where the roots were on the garlic down, as you can see. And so he just did that to every single hole, and then you'll see him covering it with dirt and then watering it as well. Now, side note, since this point, Dan has actually had to install a metal like netting over the top because squirrels have come and they already dug up like 3 or 4 of the garlic cloves. We didn't even know that they would want these, but they did. So now they have a protective metal netting at the top to keep out their little paws. And actually, another thing that we've learned since this point, apparently there are like these domes that exist that you can buy to put over your seedlings, and we should have done that. We're not at that point in the garden yet. You'll see that in a minute. But we're learning a lot, and that's actually the whole point of gardening and homesteading to us, is not stressing and just learning as we go. So what you're seeing Dan do right now is actually plant carrot seeds. I bought a big variety pack of heirloom carrots, and this is one of the techniques that we saw on YouTube of just kind of drawing straight lines in the dirt, sprinkling your seeds, and then burying them. And then after we planted the carrots, really it was Dan planting the carrots. I'm filming him and doing nothing, but it's fine, right? I'm showing you the video. Let's just roll with that. So then Dan dug little holes and planted some radish seeds directly into the soil. And then he took some of my seedlings that I had already grown inside in rock wool cubes, and he transplanted those into the dirt. And I think the different herbs were like parsley, cilantro, and basil. Now, speaking of seedlings, I had also done all of those other winter vegetable seedlings, and some of these actually look like they're starting to grow and thrive in my garden, by the way, which makes me so excited because I mean, it still might not happen, but I thought for sure none of this was going to work and it was all going to die. So seeing anything continuing to grow is like very exciting times. So I know I'm always doing hashtag prayer requests in my videos, but there's a new one for this video. Hashtag pray for Nikki and Dan's fall garden. So fast forward, I had a bunch of fresh basil that I wanted to trim off my tower garden, which, spoiler alert, tasted as good as it looked. So I pulled it off my tower garden, chopped that up, and then I took my Thieves fruit and veggie wash and I cleaned off these heirloom cherry tomatoes that I had from Costco because I decided on this night that I wanted to make like a caprese salad. So I rinsed my tomatoes. I also wanted some bacon on this night, so Dan grilled up some bacon on our griddle. We are obsessed with this thing. It makes cooking larger amounts of food so easy. Anyways, so I made the caprese salad, and while I was doing that and Dan was cooking the bacon, Dan also helped me by chopping up a sweet potato into cubes because I decided that I wanted to roast sweet potato in this like blend of seasonings that I couldn't stop thinking about. So he did that, and then I was constructing my caprese salad, and it was really good, people. Just tomatoes, mozzarella, basil, garlic, olive oil, pepper, and salt. Oh, and balsamic vinegar as well. I can't forget about my chunky finishing salt. I'm obsessed with that stuff. People always ask me when I link it in the info box where it is. If you click my shop, my kitchen, that will take you to the link for the salt, and I'm obsessed with it. So this was the mix of seasoning that I wanted on my sweet potatoes this night. Oh, by the way, we were also making eggs on this night. So yeah, I tossed my sweet potatoes in the mix of all of those spices and some olive oil. And once I had coated all of the potatoes, I spread them on my baking sheet and I baked them in the oven, I believe at like 400-ish degrees for maybe 15-20 minutes, just until the fork could kind of go through them easily. They were so tasty, and they were really tasty even cold the next morning for breakfast because I had some leftover, actually quite a bit leftover. Now this is an extremely random way to end the video, and I wish I had gotten more shots. But one of my favorite activities here in Tennessee that I've done have been the drive-in movies. And I feel like that's really basic Bay, but I had never been to a drive-in movie before. And the drive from Nashville to the place that we go to, which is called the Stardust or Starlight Drive-In, is maybe like almost an hour away. And it's so beautiful, as you can see. And on this night, there was actually a storm kind of brewing in the distance, which this has happened to us before when we've gone to the drive-in. So we actually get to watch lightning storms in the distance while we watch the movie outside. And so we actually went opening weekend to see the new Joker movie. And it was, I mean, if you've heard people talking about how well done it was so well done. We brought tons of snacks with us. I wish I had gotten more footage than just that, but it was just something fun I wanted to capture and say how much I love going to the drive-in. So on that note, if you missed my last few videos, there they are. I did a maternity clothing haul sharing all of my comfy pieces that I picked for the rest of my pregnancy. And then also I uploaded a what I eat in a day video. That was my last video. Don't forget to enter today's giveaway. The information will be in the info box below, and I will hopefully see you guys back here soon with another new video. If I get the next video out that I want to get out, I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. So, okay, that is all. I'm sending you a hug. Okay, I gotta say bye now. Bye, guys.